Welcome to Candidate Conversations for the March 5 Rio Rancho municipal elections. For this series, the Rio Rancho Observer has invited all city council candidates in for an interview to discuss why they're running and thoughts on city issues. Additionally, we have invited representatives from the city in to discuss 3 bond issues that are on the ballot. Hello, today we have Thomas Gentry III, candidate for City Council District 1, Can you take a few moments to introduce yourself, your background, and why you're running for City Council?
Yeah, sure. Thank you for inviting me, first and foremost. I'm Thomas Gentry. I actually grew up in this area. I'm from Corrales and stuff. My dad was the mayor. I tell everybody I was in Rio Rancho when there was Rio Rancho Estates, and I played there as a kid. My favorite story is talking about riding my horse where Intel actually sits.
Oh.
Yeah, and having my dogs around me and looking at the Sandia Mountains. My first apartment was in 1983, a year after the city became a city. And so I've been very involved. My brother's a retired police officer, and my first house was in 91 in Rio Rancho. So I've been part of the community since 83 and when I was a kid. I've always been interested in government. Like I said, my dad was the mayor of Corrales. He was a councilman there. He helped a lot with Rio Rancho and its growth in the politics and the police force and things of that nature. So we were very involved with him as kids and, of course, growing up here.
Okay. One of the reasons people move into Rio Rancho is due to its lower crime rate and its public safety record. Even so, there are still issues with crime, including theft, drugs, and even occasionally murder.
Right.
How should the city work to eradicate or at least diminish those issues?
The safety of the city?
Yeah. Keep the crime out or work to...
Yeah, so as far as keeping crime out, you always have crime, but our police force is outstanding. We do need more support to help with that, and we also, as neighbors, have a watchful eye. Like behind Unser, Southern and Unser, the Walmart, sometimes that can be a little crime-ridden, and all through Rio Rancho. I just think as the government, we should enforce or build our police force a little stronger, a little more. I think we're shorthanded, and that would help with that too.
Okay. And then what type of businesses would you like to see moving into Rio Rancho? How would we get them there? How would we get different kinds of businesses, more diverse businesses to the city? What are your thoughts on that?
So we still need to keep the mom and pops, of course, but we need to bring bigger business that have higher paying jobs. A lot of times when you get up in the morning to cross Paseo, a lot of people are leaving Rio Rancho to work for a better job. So somehow we have to allocate places where big business are welcome to come in, and how can we entice them? Is it a grant or tax break or whatever it is? So we have better paying jobs. That's what I would say.
Okay. And then what are your thoughts on the proposed LNG facility in the Rio Rancho city limits, and how do you think it could potentially impact the city and its residents?
It could. My thoughts is I don't believe it's that safe, and it would impact everybody in Rio Rancho because of the dangers. That I'll leave it there. But if you've looked it up, it's not really a safe thing for it to come to Rio Rancho.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then the city and the county during this legislative session called on the legislature to impose more restrictive open records laws. Some of the residents of the city, and including us at the Observer in the past, have called for more transparency. Where do you stand on open records?
Open records should be very transparent. We should be open to seeing what the city's doing, what we can do to be involved, and exactly have a voice as a citizen to help the city. So it's best to be transparent on anything, any kind of document, and what we're doing, and not hiding anything.
Okay. Do you feel like the current city council handled the call to remove the LGBTQIA themed books from the city's public libraries in the appropriate manner? And is there a way you would have potentially responded differently to that situation?
So that's a sensitive subject. I didn't really look much into that, to be honest with you. So I'm going to pass on that question because I don't want to come across wrong on that.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Something you need to dig into a little bit more.
Yes, definitely.
Okay. I get it. And then roads. People like to talk about the roads and the issues with them in Rio Rancho. Do you think the city is taking the right approach to scheduling repairs and replacements? And what, if any, changes do you think need to be made to that process?
So first and foremost, they have done some things with the road, okay? They've been ignored for 20 years, and they've started to make improvements. However, they could do a better job in allocating and scheduling roads repaired that are more traveled to keep the construction down and keep the roads up.
Okay. And then pedestrian safety has been brought to the forefront of concerns for some people in recent months. What steps do you think the city might be able to take to improve pedestrian safety, if any? Well,
we have a great police force, but we have to have more awareness as a community to protect ourselves. There has to be more of a voice to reach out to when they see something to report it, and that there needs to be a response right away instead of hours.
Okay. One of the candidates has stated that they feel this is one of the most important elections Rio Rancho has ever had. Mm-hmm. Would you agree with that statement, and why?
I would agree with that statement because Rio Rancho has moved in positive ways, but we have to make the right decisions moving forward that can make us either move positive or in a negative way. And I feel there's certain things that have changed. In fact, in my district, as far as low income or affordable apartments and stuff, and what that does to jobs and what have you, because they've lowered the business land. So no, they haven't.
Okay. What do you think are the biggest challenges currently facing the city?
The growth as far as business is the biggest one. Of water, roads, which we addressed, yeah.
Yeah.
And the big one is safety. My grandma's going to be 102 in Rio Rancho. I have a 10-year-old daughter. Mm-hmm. And then, of course, all of us. We want to be able to shop and be in peace and be safe in this world that's a little different.
Right. Do you think the city is moving in the right direction, and why are you giving the answer you're giving?
So that's a big question because there's things that they're doing right that are moving in the right way. There's things that they can improve on. Like I said, bringing in business to have a better incomes, keeping people in Rio Rancho, keeping the tax money in Rio Rancho. They could do a better job there.
Okay. Those are all the questions I had for you. Is there anything else that you would like to speak on that we haven't gotten to yet?
So the big thing about why I got into first and foremost, I'm the only Republican in District 1. And I thought that the Republican that was there was not going to run again. So I thought it's my turn to put my name in. Instead of being outside talking what should be done, why don't I get in and get things done? I have a big passion for the city because, like I said, I've been here since I was a kid. It has a city of vision, but I think we've gone away from that vision. And I think my campaign is renewing the vision. This is a beautiful city. I want to keep it beautiful for everyone here, not only my family, but everybody else's family. And then to invite people. I travel a lot. There's nobody ever says, oh, I need to go visit Rio Rancho. It's just not a destination spot.
Yeah.
But we have so much to offer here, and I would hate to see the beauty of the city go in a different direction that is not so beautiful.
Okay. Well, thank you so much for your time and for coming in and speaking with us. And, remember to vote March 5 or earlier.
Yes.
And thank you for all of you who are watching and listening. And have a great day. And thank you again.
Thank you. Hi, everyone. I'm Thomas Gentry III. I'm running for District 1 in Rio Rancho. Part of the reason I'm running, this is the city of vision. I feel that we've gone away a little bit from the vision, so I'm renewing the vision. That's part of my campaign slogan. One thing you should know about me, I grew up here. I remember when most of Rio Rancho was dirt, and it was Rio Rancho Estates. I remember when it became a city in 1982, and I had my first apartment in 1983 in Rio Rancho, in District 1, of course. My favorite story that I share with everybody is that I used to ride my horse where Intel sits with my dogs looking at the sandias. This is a beautiful city, and I'm trying to help it to stay beautiful and grow in the right way. I look forward to your support. Please go out and vote. Voting's now till March 5th, March 5th. And I look forward to helping out the community.
Rio Rancho municipal elections are slated for 7 a.m. to 7 p.m. March 5 at a variety of locations in Rio Rancho. Residents can vote at any polling location no matter their address. Voting centers will be at Broadmoor Senior Center Clerks Annex, Plaza at Unser Marketplace, Loma Colorado Library, Rio Rancho MVD on Sabana Grande Avenue, the Hub at Enchanted Hills, Rio West Business Center, Cabazon Community Center, Rio Rancho Middle School, Cielo Azul Elementary School, Puesta del Sol Elementary School, Lincoln Middle School, and Colinas del Norte Elementary School. Early voting kicks off February 6 at Broadmoor Senior Center Clerks Annex with hours of 8 a.m. to 5 p.m. Monday through Friday through March 2. Saturday voting kicks off February 17 with hours of 9 a.m. to 6 p.m. Additional locations will open for early voting February 17 at Plaza at Unser Marketplace, Loma Colorado Library, Rio Rancho MVD on Sabana Grande Avenue, the Hub at Enchanted Hills, and Rio West Business Center. Absentee voting begins February 6. Voters may cast an absentee ballot by submitting an application to the city clerk's office no later than February 20. Ballots must be returned to the city clerk's office no later than 7 p.m. on Election Day, March 5.